Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash, Barakatha. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya, coming back at you one more time from the Great Millstone, Helena, Montana camp, here in Helena, Montana. And I'm not going to make this lesson too long. I'm going to just get to the points. But I want to make a disclaimer before I start this lesson. We are not a hate group. We do not go around spreading hate and spreading lies. We teach the Bible. We teach the truth. That's what we do. We are not a hate group. We are not an extremist group. Okay? These videos that we do, they get thoroughly screened before we post any videos. And YouTube policy, which everybody should notice, is if we break any of the rules and regulations and the policies of YouTube guidelines, they would either give us a strike or they would take down the videos. So that shows that we're not putting up any content dealing with hate or anything. We only put up videos for the edification of the righteous brothers and sisters of Israel, the elect of Israel, the righteous 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel. We can care less about the wicked. We're not doing these videos for the wicked. We're only doing these videos for the edification of our people that are willing and ready to come back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay? So I just want to make that very clear because right now we are being persecuted. We are being scoffed at. We are being made fun of. But this is what the Bible said that was going to happen in these last days. In these last days, scoffers. Okay? We know that persecution is going to intensify. We know that these people are going to try to make false allegations that are not true against us to try to put us in jail. Okay? We know these things are going to happen. Okay? What we do these videos for the edification of our people, the righteous. Okay? So I want to throw that out there real quick. And another thing, one more thing. I love my brother Maatash. I love him. Okay? I've seen this brother grow in this truth. I've seen him, sacrifice himself. But that's what the Lord said we got to do. We got to make our bodies a living sacrifice. Okay? Have all of us, before we came into this truth, we were wicked. We were sinners. All of us were. No matter how little the sin was or how big the sin was, we were all sinners. So I'm gonna stand by this brother, Maatash. Okay? Because this is what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai want me to do. And it's a righteous thing. Okay? Unlike a lot of these wicked ass people in this world, in this country, in this state. That they don't stand up for each other. People just don't do it. I mean, a lot of people are coming against us with this truth. And it's only one, out of a million people, one person stands up. And even that person gets afraid because they say, well, I'm afraid of the backlash and everything. But, that is what it is. I'm going to stand by my brother Maatash. He's a good man. I've seen him grow. I've seen him grow. I've spoken to people and they have told me, Shamya, you working with this brother, Rodney. for those that you just know my Rodney, but my Hebrew name is Shamya. But you have worked with this brother, and you have built him up in this truth. And it doesn't matter what the wicked say. It all, like I said, it's only for the righteous of this video. But I don't want to make this too long. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go into some sources, and then I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures, a couple of precepts to back up what I'm saying. Now, a lot of people call us pedophiles. Okay? First and foremost, I'm not a pedophile. My Atash is not a pedophile. None of the men that teach this truth are pedophiles. None of us are. How can we prove that? Well, first and foremost, when people say these false things about us, they don't even understand what they're saying. They don't understand what the word pedophile means. They have no idea what they're saying. So I just want to do this lesson real quick, and I want to go into some of these topics real quick, okay? Because I am not a pedophile. I never ever dealt with women, ever. I never dealt with women under the age of 18. Never. In my entire life, I never dealt with any woman under the age of 18. I never had any relationships with anybody under the age of 18. I never had no sexual encounters or relations with any female that's under 18. Never. And I just want to make that clear, okay? Because people will have false allegations and wrong. But hey, Yahweh Shemel Shai knows who I am and what I'm doing. But let me just jump into this lesson real quick. I don't want to keep talking. I'm gonna go into the word pedophile. Okay? This is, now I simply just Googled the word pedophile. Okay? So anybody that wants to just randomly look up the word pedophile, you can. All you gotta do is just Google the word pedophile. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the word down for you, okay? But here it is right here. Pedophile. It says the English pedo. Okay? So we're going to break the word down. Pedophile. English pedo. English phile. So that shows you that these are English words. English words. This word pedophile originated in the 1940s. So this is a new word. It's not that old. I'm going to repeat it again. English. Because we breaking the word down, which is pedo. English phile. English pedo. English phile. So when you break the word down in the Greek, it's pious philos. Pious philos. Okay? Pious philos. Now the reason I brought this up, because we're going to go more into this lesson just to prove the point of what I'm saying. Okay? So let me read this real quick, and you for the newbies, you can look this up so you don't think that I'm lying about this. I'm going to go to the online etymology dictionary. Online etymology dictionary. Okay? This is a website, so you can go into these words and study the word of how it was originally used. The etymology of the word. Okay? This is the online etymology dictionary for the word pedophile. Noun. Person with pedophilia. 1951. Derived noun from pedophilia. 1900. Abnormal especially sexual love of young children. From pedo, from Greek, pious, which is what we read when we simply Googled the word pedophile, and we broke the word down. Basically in the Greek, is pios philos. So pedo from Greek, pious, genitive pedos, which means child. This is on the online etymology dictionary. Plus Greek philos, which means loving. So the word pedos, which means child, and philos, which means loving. So child loving. We broke the word down. Okay? We broke the word down. Pedo from the Greek, pious, genitive, pedos, child, plus Greek philos, loving. So pedos, philos. Pios philos, which means child loving. So then what I did was I looked up, we're going to continue to break that word down. Okay? So pedo, it says word forming element, meaning boy. From Greek, pedo. I'll read it again. Pedo, word forming element, meaning boy. From Greek, pedo. Okay? So that's what the word pedo means, boy. It means boy. So then what I did, I looked up the word pederasty. Pederasty. It says sexual activity involving a man and a boy or youth. Pederasty, sexual activity involving a man and a boy or youth. The origin of that word, pederasty, the origin, it says Greek, pious, paid, boy. The origin of pederasty, Greek, pious, paid, boy. We breaking the word pederasty down. Greek, erastes, lover. Read it again. Greek, erastes, lover. Greek, pederastia. Modern Latin, pederastia, pederasty. Early 17th century from modern Latin, pederastia, from Greek, pederastia, from pious, paid, boy, plus erastes, lover. So this word pederasty, which basically is the same word as pedophile, because we broke the word down. Pederasty, it means boy lover. So the word pedophile means boy lover when you break the word down. Boy lover. And we broke this down. I didn't read anything when it was concerned. We're gonna get to that too. We're gonna prove that. We're gonna prove it even more. I didn't see anything in here when it was saying anything about a girl. But I don't want to get off topic because that's a different lesson. Because we know, according to the Bible, a woman is considered a woman when she reaches her period, menstruation. She's considered a woman. Look it up. Look it up. A woman becomes a woman at 12. What does that mean? That means that her body is ready for childbearing at age 12. But we don't want to get off topic because people will try to twist it and try to make it seem like no, we're giving you facts, truth. All you have to do is research this. We have videos we that go into these different topics. So look at our videos all the way through, you know. But let me read it again. Pederasty, sexual activity involving a man and a boy or a youth. Origin, Greek, pious, paid, boy. Pederasty, pedophile, which means boy loving. That's what the word pedophile means. So you wicked ass people don't understand what you're saying. And we're gonna prove it even more. So let me read this real quick. It says, modern Latin, pederastia, from Greek pederastia, from pious, paid, boy, plus erastes, lover. So we know what the word pedophile means. It means boy lover. Now, what I want to do real quick is I want to go to the scriptures real quick, and I want to read this real quick in the scriptures. This is in the book of Joel. This is a prophecy. This is a prophecy. So I want to go to the book of Joel to prove this even more. To prove this even more. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. And it reads, matter of fact, I'm going to read matter of fact, I'll read verse 2. It says, this is a prophecy in the book of Joel. It says, I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay? So in these last days, this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing this happen, unfold. The Lord is gathering all these nations together. Russia, China, America, all these, these top echelons, these elites, NATO. What the Lord is making NATO gather together. What, like 300,000 troops and everything like that. This is what's about to take place. This is a prophecy that hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. I'm going to read it again. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. So if all the nations can be saved, why is the Lord gathering all these nations together for battle? Okay? It says, will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered. Oh, that word scattered, because one of the curses that the Lord said he was going to put on us, he was going to scatter us among all the nations. Okay? So it's not a skin color, because we know that our people were scattered. That's the whole point of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai bringing us to Helena, Montana, because there are a lot of Israelites here in Helena, Montana that don't know they are Israelites. They don't know that they're Israelites. So this is why the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai sent us here to wake up these people, but a lot of these people ain't gonna get it, and they're gonna reject it. But I'm gonna just keep moving on. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay? Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people. Okay? And now this part happened already. Okay? During the slave trades and everything like that, the so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Mexican Americans, okay? It wasn't just so-called Negroes in slavery. Native Americans, Mexican Americans, they were in slavery too. Okay, they're Israelites. But this is verse 3. It says, "And they have cast lots for my people." So when they had us on the auctioning blocks, right? When the auctioneer, he's like, "Hey, 25, 35, 35, 55, 60, that's what they were doing right here. We're reading it. "And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot." Who did this? What group of people did this? That's the question. Who did this? I'm going to read it again. "And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." Who did this? What nation of people did this to the children of Israel? See, you guys are coming after the wrong people. You guys should be asking, who did this? Who sold a boy as a harlot and a girl for wine? Who did this? Okay? Who did this? Now what I want to do, I'm going to jump down. I want to jump down to verse 6 because we just get to the points. It says this: "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians." Now wait a second. Wait. This is a prophecy in the Old Testament saying that the Grecians, which are the Greeks, look that up. The Grecians are Greeks, and who are the Greeks? Who are the ancient Greeks? Let me read it one more time. "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border." Who are the ancient Greeks? And this is a prophecy that's in the Old Testament, prophesying of what the Greeks were going to do to the children of Israel. This is in the Old Testament. How can we know more about the Greeks? Because in the New Testament, they don't talk about the Greeks. They only talk about the Romans. How can we get more information concerning the Greeks? We know what a certain part of the Bible was taken out, but that's a different topic too. You ain't gonna know the whole truth behind it because the Greek in this prophecy in Joel chapter 3 and verse 4 and on down to 6, it says that we would be in a Greek captivity. So where's the Greek captivity in the Bible? We know all the children of Israel were sold into all these captivities, and then when we go into the New Testament, it talks about the Roman captivity. So where's the Greek captivity? Now what I want to do is I want to look up this word in the Blue Letter Bible app. Okay, look that up, Wikipedia that, to get more information on that application. It's called the Blue Letter Bible. I want to look up the word Grecians, because in verse 6 of Joel chapter 3, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said that the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. So this is the concordance number in the Blue Letter Bible for the word Grecians. Greeks, H3125. H3125, which they are the Greeks. That's what the word Grecians mean, the Greeks. Greeks. That's the concordance, H3125. So all you got to do is go on the Blue Letter, look up H3125, and they'll give you the whole definition. But we know that the Grecians are the Greeks. Now what I want to do real quick is I want to read the book, let me read this real quick, and because this is what I was just saying, that they took a part of the Bible out of, they took the part of they took one part of the Bible out, and that's the Apocrypha. That's what I was saying, that the Apocrypha talks about the Greek captivity. That's why they took that out. Look that up. Research that. Okay? Why did they remove the Apocrypha out the original 1611 Bible. I mean, the 1611 Bible had the original 1611 Bible had the Apocrypha in there, but what happened was, they removed the Apocrypha out the Bible. Okay, but that's a different topic too. But we're getting down to the facts. They removed the Apocrypha out the Bible. That's why it jumps. That's why when they talk, and we're gonna prove that too. That's why it jumps from all these captivities that the children of Israel were in, and it jumps right into the New Testament, which is the book of Romans. So where's the Greek captivity? Because we just proved that prophecy says that we would be sold into the Grecians. So where's the Greek captivity? Anyway, let me read this in the Apocrypha, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 4. 2nd Maccabees, chapter 4. And I'm going to read verse 9 through 12. And it reads, "Beside this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise and for training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians." So when we're reading the Greek captivity, when we were in the Greek captivity, they forced us to go with their laws and their fashions and their way of life. Okay? It says, training up the youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians, which when the king had granted and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion, and the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for amity and aid. He took away, and putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law. So this guy Jason, he was just a wicked Israelite. He was wicked. Just like a lot of our people today that are wicked, they go and just follow the customs of the heathen. Even today, it says, "For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and he brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat," which is a petasos. But I'm just proving the points. So they made us go into these places of exercise, right? So what I want to do is I want to read this same precept, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 4, and verse, and I'm going to read I'm going to read it in verse 9. 2nd Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 9. This is in the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops Bible. The United States Conference of Catholic Bishops Bible. This is a different translation, okay? A different translation. It says, it basically says, besides this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place of exercise in for the training of the youth, a gymnasium. So that place of exercise was a gymnasium. This is what it says in the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops Bible. They set up a gymnasium. Okay? So this is the a website. It's called thevintagenews.com. And I'm just getting to the points, but you can look this up on the website. It's called thevintagenews.com. Ancient Greeks used to go to the gym naked. This is crazy. This is what they did to our people. So they had us up in these gymnasiums exercising naked, the youth, young boys. This is what the Greeks did. This is one of the things that the Greeks did to our people when we were in the Greek captivity. We had to follow their customs. And one of the customs was they go into the gymnasiums exercising butt ass naked. That's some wicked ass shit, right? So it says right here, this is the definition for the word gymnasium. It says the gymnasium definition, origin, okay? The gymnasium definition, okay? It says that's a place of exercise. When you Google that word, gymnasium, a place of exercise, okay? But we just proved it in 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 9 in the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. They said that that place of exercise was a gymnasium. It's a gymnasium. It says gymnasium. And the ancient Greeks used to go to the gymnasium naked. Okay? So to prove that even more, I wanted to read this real quick. Let me read this real quick. This book, because we prove it with sources too. We prove it with the scriptures too, but we also prove it with sources. This book right here is called The Jews Among the Greeks and Romans, a diaspora source book. A diaspora source book by Margaret H. Williams. The Jews Among the Greeks and Romans, a diaspora source book. Okay? And now this book was written, let me just get the time when it was written. Okay. So original publication 1998 by Margaret Williams. 1998. Okay? So, let me read this real quick so y'all don't think I'm lying, because this is a source book. The Jews Among the Greeks, a diasporan source book by Margaret H. Williams. So on page 113 of this source book, because that's what it is, it's a source book. Let me read this real quick. On page 113, the Jews among the Greeks. And it reads, okay? This is what it reads. Let me just get this real quick. And it reads, it says, he promised to pay another 150 talents as well, provided he was allowed with the king's authority to set up for him a gymnasium. We just read that in a different translation in Maccabees, and we read it in the Apocrypha, and we read it in a different translation. Okay? It says, with the king's authority to set up for him a gymnasium and a ephebate, i.e. a body of youths, to be trained in the gymnasium and enroll the Jerusalemites as Antiochians. That's what we just read in 2 Maccabees. Once the king had given his approval and Jason had gained control of the office of high priest, he immediately made his compatriots switch to a Greek lifestyle, setting aside the royal privileges secured for the Jews by John, the father of Europolis. He destroyed the traditional way of life and brought in new practices that were contrary to the law. This is what the heathen did. This is what these Greeks did to our people. Again, who are the Greeks? That's the question. For he eagerly established a gymnasium under the very citadel, and he induced the noblest of the youths to wear the petasos, which is a hat, which is what we read in 2 Maccabees, chapter 4. Okay? And it says, there was such a flowering of Greek fashion and such an advance of foreign practices, though the extreme impurity of the impious Jason, no high priest is he, that the priests were no longer keen to carry out their sacrificial duties, despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices. Okay? They hurried to take part in the unlawful activities, i.e., example, nude wrestling and athletics. This is what these Greeks made us do. Wrestle in the nude? Let me read it again. We're not making this up. Despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, they hurried to take part in the unlawful activities, i.e., nude wrestling and athletics that were being laid on in the palastria. And they give you the precept, 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 7 to 14, which is what we just read. This is the book. This is a source book. I didn't write this. This was actually a woman that wrote this back in 1998. The Jews among the Greeks, a diaspora source book. So we just proved it. We also proved that we proved it with the Apocrypha. We proved it with a diaspora source book. She said the exact same thing. This author said the exact same thing that was said in the Apocrypha. She quoted the Apocrypha, right? So one more thing, what I want to do, and I'm going to wrap it up. Let me read this real quick. This is off the website, thecollector.com. Thecollector.com. It says, pedophilia in ancient Greece and Rome. This is where this practice came from, the ancient Greeks. And we proved that what the word pedophile means, but we just going to read this too. It says pedophilia in ancient Greece and Rome. This is where this practice came from. You wicked ass people don't understand what you're saying. It says pedophilia in ancient Greece and Rome. While the practice today is morally wrong and illegal act, some of the ancient Greeks and Romans regarded it as a common practice and sometimes something to be celebrated. They celebrated this. It says pedophilia was common in Greek and Roman mythology and daily life. Practice of pederasty, that's the word for pedophile, because we proved it earlier in the video. It says practice of pederasty in ancient Greece. Pederasty is defined as the sexual relationship between an adult man and a pubescent or adolescent boy. Man, that's a cut. That's game, set, match. I got to read that again. It says practice of pederasty. This is thecollector.com. Pedophilia in ancient Greece and Rome. This is what pedophilia is. We just read it. It's not what I'm saying. It's what these sources say. These people, these historians say. It says practice of pederasty in ancient Greece. Pederasty is defined as the sexual relationship between an adult man and a pubescent or adolescent boy. We proved it in the scriptures. We proved it. We backed it up with the scriptures. We backed it up with the Apocrypha. We backed it up with a diaspora source book that was written in 1988 by Margaret H. Williams. The Jews among the Greeks and Romans. This is what they did to our people. So again, you people don't understand what you're saying. When you call us pedophiles, you don't have no idea what you're saying. So now you have to ask yourself. Now you got to ask yourself a different question, because this shouldn't even be a question no more. We're clearly not pedophiles. we don't even have to we don't even have to dig deeper into that because we just read it. We're not pedophiles. But if you guys want to, say something else in regards to that, we're going to prove it again, and we're going to prove it with the scriptures. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Again, we're not pedophiles. We just proved we're not pedophiles. We don't deal with neither one of us. Me or my thoughts do not deal with women under the age of 18. We don't. We don't. We don't do that. Why would we be teaching out the Bible and then going about doing some wickedness like that? That's a hypocrite. And then why would we be going out on the streets making ourselves a target when the police always see us? Every single time we out there, the police see us preaching the Bible. They know exactly what we're doing. We've been doing this for the past 9 months. If you go back in any our videos, all you have to do is go back 9 months ago. We have all our content there. You just can't just pick one video and say, "Oh, he's talking about a woman of marriageable age. That means he deals with." No, that's not true. Anybody that sees our videos, they can clearly say, "No, that's not going on." Just because you wicked women, not the righteous women. We don't women bash. We get on wicked women just like we get on wicked men. Plain and simple. You go back, look at the whole video all the way through. Anybody that's willing to learn and understand and be like, well, why are these guys doing this? I want to know more about this. Well, watch our videos. Watch the videos all the way through. So I'm going to wrap it up, Akim. Okay? We proved the points. We did. Call halam Yahweh Shem Shai Ba Shem Kakodash Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men, a great millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. I love you, Akim, the righteous brothers of Yasharallah. I love you, Athquath, the righteous sisters of Yasharallah. Let's keep pushing. We know they're coming after us now. They're persecuting us now. They're saying all manner of wickedness against us, making false accusations against us. That's not true. But we're going to continue to stand stiffly for this truth, for the faith, and we're going to continue to stand for our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharallah, and the Baba Ball. Shalom.